So the next drug we will study is Podophyllum, Podophyllotauxi from Podophyllum hexandrum. So Podophyllotauxin is isolated from Podophyllum hexandrum. So the synonym for the same is Podophyllum radix, Himalayan mayapple or Indian Podophyllum. And the biological sources, it consists of dried rhizomes and roots of Podophyllum hexandrum royal or Podophyllum imodi uh, belonging to the family Barbadiaceae. And here is the structure of Podophyllotauxin. Next is about the industrial production for the same. So, take accurately weighed quantity of rhizomes or roots of Podophyllum with methanol, filter it, evaporate to semi-solid mass, dissolve the semi-solid mass into acidic water, precipitate formed is allowed to settle for 2 hours, filter and wash with cold water, collect the residue, wash with acidified water, dry it to obtain dark brown amorphous powder. Extract the residue with hot water, filter and evaporate to dryness so that the crystals of podophyllotauxin will obtain, and we have to recrystallize the residue in benzene to yield the final product podophyllotauxin in pure form. So this is the extraction procedure for podophyllotauxin. Estimation of podophyllotauxin. So it is estimated by thin layer chromatography. Sample preparation is done by adding 1 milligram of sample in 1 ml of solvent, that is methanol. Both podophyllum resin and podophyllotauxins are separately dissolved. Stationary phase, silica gel G is used as a stationary phase. Mobile phase used is, first mobile phase is chloroform as to methanol, and this is run up to a 6 centimeter. Then the second mobile phase is applied. So in first mobile phase, glycosides are separated and glycons remains in the solvent front. So in the second mobile phase used is chloroform as to acetone with 65 as to 35 ratio, and which is further run up to 12 centimeter. Then the chamber saturation time is about 15 minutes. Detection is done by spraying reagent, that is sulfuric acid as to acetic anhydride 1 as to 3, which is followed by heating at 110 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes, and which gives the RF value of 0.65. So this is about the estimation. So here two mobile phase are used. First mobile phase is run up to 6 centimeter, in which the glycosides get separated, and further on the second mobile phase is applied, in which podophyllum resin and toxins are separated out, and the second mobile phase is run up to 12 centimeter, and it is detected by the spraying reagent, that is sulfuric acid and acetic anhydride. So utilizations for the same are, it is used in treatment of warts, it is also a purgative, bitter tonic, in controlling some forms of cancer. Next drug is coffee, that is from coffee or tea we isolate caffeine. So caffeine is isolated from, it is a methylated xanthine alkaloid derivative found in coffee bean. Okay, so that is Coffee arabica family Rubiaceae, Thea sinensis family Theaceae. Theobroma coca family Sterculiaceae. So these are the biological source from where the caffeine is isolated. Mainly it is derived from the coffee beans. And this is the structure of caffeine. Next is the industrial production of caffeine. So here are a number of methods for isolation of caffeine. So the first method is tea leaves are weighed and transferred to the distilled water. Then they are boiled for near about 30 minutes. After complete decoction, allow it to cool, filter it, take a filter to the separating funnel and add chloroform to it. Shake vigorously, separate the chloroform layer, evaporate the chloroform layer, and the white color crystals are collected at the bottom, and that crystals are of caffeine. Second method, weigh tea leaves, transfer to the distilled water and boil near about for 30 minutes. Filter it, treat with lead acetate to precipitate out tannins. Filter it again, add sulfuric acid to remove the excess of lead acetate. Filter it again, add charcoal to remove the coloring matters. Filter it again, take filtrate in a separating funnel, extract with the 3 portions of chloroform, separate the chloroform layers and combine them, evaporate to precipitate white crystals and recrystallize with alcohol, so that the pure crystals of caffeine will get isolated from this method. This and the previous method is same, only in this method the coloring matters are removed by adding charcoal and tannins are also precipitated out by adding lead acetate. Third method, weigh tea leaves and extract with 5% of aqueous sodium carbonate solution in a beaker for near about 30 minutes. Filter it, neutralize the filtrate with 10% of sulfuric acid. Filter it again, wash the mark with dichloromethane. Take mixture in a separating funnel to separate dichloromethane layer. Evaporate the layer to obtain the caffeine crystals. So this is the third method for isolation of caffeine. Fourth method is about the sublimation method. In this, the powder of tea leaves is taken, heat in a beaker covered with the funnel having closed end. White crystals are deposited at the end of the glass of the funnel. Collect the crystals of the caffeine. So this is the simplest method from 4 methods. So this was about the extraction and isolation of caffeine. Estimation of caffeine. So it is usually estimated by thin layer chromatography. Sample preparation, it's same, that 1 milligram of sample in 1 ml of solvent, and the solvent used is methanol or chloroform. Then the stationary phase used is silica gel G. Mobile phase used is ethyl acetate as to methanol as to acetic acid in the proportion of 80:10:10. Then the chamber saturation time is near about 15 minutes. Detection is done by the exposure to the iodine vapors, and the RF calculated is near about 0.41 for the caffeine by this method. Utilizations. So it is used as a beverages, as a CNS stimulant, it is a strong diuretic, it is a mood elevator, it is an antitussive, vasodilator, involuntary muscle relaxant. In some inflammatory conditions also it is used. So next drug is Taxol. So what is Taxol? So it is obtained from Taxus. The synonym for the same is yew, Talispatra, Himalayan yew or Birmi. Biological source for the same is, this consists of dried leaves, bark and roots of various species of Taxus, that is Taxus baccata, Bravifolia, Canadensis, Cuspidate, Wallichiana, which are belonging to the family Taxaceae. Next is about the industrial production of Taxus. So in this, take accurately weighed quantity of powder of bark of Taxus plant, extract the powder with ethanol, filter it, evaporate to 40 degrees Celsius to dryness, dissolve this residue again in methanol, filter and evaporate, dissolve this residue in mixture of carbon tetrachloride and water, filter and centrifuge it, separate and combine the carbon tetrachloride layers, evaporate it, dissolve this residue in the mixture of methanol and carbon tetrachloride in ratio of 1:1, filter it again, then evaporate to obtain the dry residue of Taxol alkaloids. Purification is done by TLC. So this was all about the Taxol alkaloids, that is Taxus, which are obtained from Taxus, and they are further purified by TLC. So next is about the estimation of Taxol. So it is estimated by thin layer chromatography. Sample 1 milligram of sample in 1 ml of solvent methanol. Stationary phase used is silica gel G. Mobile phase used is carbon tetrachloride as to methanol in the ratio of 95:5. Chamber saturation period is about 15 minutes. Detection, it is detected at the RF of 0.35 to 0.37. Next is about the utilizations of Taxol. So it is used in case of cancer, anti-cancer, analgesic, anti-inflammatory, antipyretic, anticoagulant. And the last drug is about the Vinca. So from Vinca, two constituents are isolated, that is vincristine and vinblastine. So both of them are isolated from the Vinca. So you all know the synonym for Vinca is Sadafuli, Catharanthus, Sadabaha, Rosy periwinkle, Vinca rosea, and the biological source, it is dried part. It is means it consists of dried parts of whole plant Catharanthus roseus belonging to the family Apocynaceae. And this is the structure of Vinca as well as vinblastine as well as vincristine, which are isolated from Vinca, in which only a functional group is changed over here. So next is about the industrial production for the both. So take accurately weighed quantity of dried entire Vinca plant and powder it. Extract with the mixture of aqueous alcoholic acetic acid in the ratio 9:1. Filter it. Evaporate to dryness and dissolve in 2% of hot HCl. Adjust the pH of filtrate to 4 with NaOH. Extract it with benzene and adjust pH of aqueous solution is raised to 7. Extract again with benzene. Separate the benzene layer. Evaporate the benzene layer and crude alkaloidal residue is obtained. So depending upon the pH, the alkaloidal residue is separated. Further, from the alkaloidal residue, vincristine and vinblastine are separated by column chromatography method. So in this, the mobile phase used are benzene as to methylene chloride in the ratio 63 as to 35. So the windblasting fractions are collected and evaporate to dryness and yields windblasting sulfate, and they are crystallized from alcohol. And at the pH of 4.9 to 5.9, fractions afford vincristine and they are crystallized from methanol. So depending upon the pH, vincristine is separated out, and depending upon the mobile phase, windblasting is separated out. And both of them are crystallized by using alcohol or methanol. Estimation. So it is estimated by thin layer chromatography. Sample preparation, 1 milligram of sample in 1 ml of solvent, and the solvent used is methanol. Silica gel G is used as a stationary phase. Acetonitrile as to benzene is in the ratio 30 as to 70 is used as a mobile phase. Chamber is saturated for about 15 minutes and they are detected by the spraying reagent with 1% of solution of ceric ammonium sulfate in 85% phosphoric acid, and the retention factor obtained is 0.39. Utilizations for the same are: it is anti-tumor action used in malignant conditions. So mainly the vincristine is used in treatment of acute lympholytic leukemia, Wilms tumor, cancer of mammary glands, cervical cancer, lung cancer, and reticulum cell sarcoma. Vinblastine is usually used in case to reduce the proportion of leukocytes in the blood and has a suppressant action on immune system. Hypoglycemic action is also seen. Used in case of hypertension, to treat the sore throat, cough, and bronchial congestions, to treat asthma. In homeostatic agents, it is also used. Thank you.